Welcome to the Discord Dozen podcast. I'm Gavin.
And I'm Eric, and we'll be your host for the next 30 minutes. This podcast is centered around our school Discord server.
The server, which has been known by several names, most recently Schoolin and Schoolint, but currently known as Zoomin, originated in 2017 during our freshman year of high school.
First, the server was primarily used for exchanging information about classes and homework, but today it is used for gaming, talking about politics, music, and general chatting.
We decided to interview 12 regulars to learn more about the server's community and each member's unique talents and skills.
Enjoy the show.
All right, welcome back to the Discord Dozen podcast. Ethan is delighted to hear the name of it. Welcome, Ethan, to the podcast.
Hi.
And I'm going to start with the question. Could you explain your Discord profile picture?
My profile picture is a photo of me with a mask on. That's it.
And why did you choose that?
Because people kept complaining. My old profile picture was just a photo of my face really zoomed in, and it would make it when the camera was off look like I was some creepy person with like all yellow. So now it looks gray. I don't know.
That's dope. So, Ethan, are you editor-in-chief of the Panorama, the school student newspaper?
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you enjoy about that position?
I don't know. I like logistics. I'm a big fan of logistics, and it's all logistics. I'm like literally teaching this class because the teacher, Miss Kirksey, is out for the semester, and so I don't know. I get to like run this class and I get to do logistics, and it's fun.
So yeah, what's challenging about it, would you say?
I mean, there's a lot of questions that I don't know the answer to, and I just need to make something up and hope for the best a lot of the times. Because I'm just, I like you guys both look like you're like counting something or something that I'm saying. I don't know why you both have like you're trying to hide your smile, but you're like still smiling, kind of thing going on.
That was planned.
Yeah.
Well, something that I'm sure makes you smile is, Ethan, you've been accepted into Minerva, a somewhat experimental college with a whopping 1.9% acceptance rate. But as far as I know, you're still undecided on whether to enroll. So I was wondering, what's stopping you from sending your enrollment deposit right here and right now?
I wanna know what options I get. I want to be able to see all of the different. You guys are like oddly well researched. I want to see the if I get like a full ride to American University, there's a chance in my mind I still go there. Money is money.
Reasonable.
True. So,
Yeah.
Ethan, do you remember Mr. Washington's class, third grade?
I do remember third grade Mr. Washington's class.
Was that not a fun class?
That was a fun class.
Do you have a favorite memory from that class?
I remember we had what we called detention club. That was during lunch. Some of the students would stay in, and we just like play on his two computers, and like we'd watch like golf or whatever on his TV. And at some point, someone else in the class found out that the rest of us were doing this, and they tried to join. And he had to make it like inclusive to everyone, which meant that we had to do it less often. I don't know.
I was a
Was
part of
I
that.
in that? Because I don't remember that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Too long.
Ethan, I'm going to read a Discord message that you sent on December 4th, 2020. So, it has now just occurred to me what happened. My dad wakes up to hear someone walking around the apartment. He sees the lights flash off and assumes it's a burglar or the house owner breaking in. He gets out of bed, scouts it out for a second, and realizes it's his punk son being loud in one of the basically two rooms in the apartment. He then tells me to go to bed, which I laugh at, and then I finally go to bed. So, what was going on before you sent this message?
I was giving an apartment tour of this like terrible smoke-filled apartment we were in, and yeah,
What
it was
was the
really
aftermath
loud.
of this situation? Your dad do anything?
Nothing. I I don't know.
Do
The
you
next morning I mentioned it. He didn't say anything about it.
do you do this thing often? Is that why there was no punishment?
No, I mean he knows I stay up late
Hmm.
Why'd you just laugh when he told you to go to bed?
because it was like 2:30 a.m. and everything's funny in that time period.
All
Well,
right,
Ethan, that's all our
good
time.
podcast.
Thank you so much.
What?
Ahmed, what's up? Welcome to the Discord Doesn't podcast. Our first question that we're asking all of our guests is, what is your Discord profile picture? And could you explain the context behind it?
It's just an AB, and it's just my initials. I had a really stupid profile picture before, and I just picked this profile picture. It's pretty boring, but like I don't care enough to change it anymore.
Who made it?
I just Googled AB picture and I found it.
Okay, interesting. Um, so, our first question is, obviously you left St. Louis in freshman year and you kind of went radio silent for a while, and then in 2020 you became super active on Discord. So I was wondering, I'm sure a lot of people were wondering, what motivated you to reconnect with us after so many years?
I got really bored staying at home, and I didn't really have much to do. So yeah, that's basically it.
Like, why did you think that we would be confused after so many years of like not talking to you?
And actually like get that far. I didn't think about that, to be honest.
Hmm. Okay. I remember at first you were kind of hesitant to tell us where you were. Uh, like,
Yeah,
did you feel like you started to kind of become friends again with these people who you had left for so long?
yeah. It's also because it was just like the reason why I left and like everything. It's like it's really traumatic and like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I understand that.
Well, we're glad to have you back, Ahmed.
Hmm.
I was also wondering, like, what are the biggest differences between living in Dubai and St. Louis, or just the U.S. in general?
There are a lot. I mean, I would say stuff here is pretty expensive, and like stuff here just works really differently. Like if I were to explain it, like something like there's like no clear law is something really big. Like laws aren't like pasted like everywhere, or like you can't just Google something. And something else is that you're not the main consumer in the world anymore. Like everything isn't made for you. Like if I wanted to like get something, and it's way harder to like shop for stuff outside of the US than inside, because like yeah, the US is like the main country basically.
That makes sense. So, like, well, this kind of ties into the last question, but what do you miss about St. Louis?
I miss like people are pretty good there, and like I don't know. I feel like in Dubai, the money like changed people to the point that like they're just like that's all they know. Like it's just like they can't like hold conversations or like do anything really. They just like flex their money and like scream. So yeah,
So, so you're a Canadian by birth, right? And you've
yeah,
been made it known that you want to go to the University of Toronto. You're already accepted at the Mississauga campus, correct?
yeah.
Why do you want
Yes.
to go to the six, as Drake would call it? And what are you most excited about if and or when you come back to North America?
Uh, I like to go to the six because I don't know. It's just like a big city, and it's like it seems nice, and yeah, and it's like a city that like my parents would let me go to, and like since I'm Canadian, like tuition is like way cheaper than the US, and it's a pretty good university there. So yeah, I'm also like I don't know, life there is probably like more fun. Like you're in like downtown in a city.
All right.
So yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but we need to know. So you sent a screenshot of an email which reads, "The quote I chose is, 'Damn son, where'd you find this?' Again, I'm very sorry for sending this in late. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for your help, Ahmed." So why did you choose this as your yearbook quote?
Uh, I was like already a month late on sending in my quote, and yeah, I just decided to send for like anything, and I was just listening to a song, and that was like the producer tag, and I was like, okay, this would be pretty funny, so yeah, I chose it.
All right. Um,
All right.
Thank you for your time, Ahmed.
That's it.
Thank you.
All right, what's up, Kaitlyn? Welcome to the Discord Dozen podcast. The first question that we ask all of our guests is, what is your Discord profile picture, and can you explain it?
Oh yeah, so Discord profile picture is just me, those Pit Crew Among Us characters because everyone was doing them like a month ago and I never changed it again. And it's orange and it has a little leaf thing because I really like oranges, and so I made myself an orange.
Makes sense. So to go along with your picture, taking a look at your name, you have a somewhat unique Discord nickname with you're called a jester in her own court. So what exactly does this mean, and how did you come up with that?
Yeah, so there was a post that I read a long time ago that was talking about like unique insults you could come up with for people. And so the one of the insults from that list was "jester in her own court," which implies that you are like someone who is supposed to be in a leader position, but you're so bad at it that you just make a fool of yourself all the time. So you're a jester in your own court. So I'm a jester in my own court.
Wow, that I didn't expect such an elaborate explanation for that. Were there any like other names that? Well, what's the next name that's gonna come up next?
The next name, I honestly, it's usually spur of the moment things. Like if someone makes a funny joke, I'll make that my name. Like for example, one time someone accidentally like was we were talking about pronouns and then someone accidentally said she shim instead of like he him. So I turned my username account to she shim, like that sort of thing.
Nice. Solid. So, Kaitlyn, you're a master speed skater. What advice do you have to someone? No, accept it. What advice do you have to someone new to ice skating?
The number one thing is that ice is not a cushion. So ice is not soft, it's not like snow. When you fall, it'll be like you're falling on very slippery concrete. So when you're first starting out, you're going to want some knee pads, some elbow pads, and you're going to have to be prepared to feel, the air whoosh out of your lungs. It'll be normal, you'll be fine, you won't break anything, and you just got to get back up.
Solid. Literally. What have been your most memorable moments in the sport, would you say?
Do you want the fun ones or the angry ones? Because both of them are equally stuck in here.
I mean, it's up to you. I
Yeah,
think
okay.
fun could be interesting, but
Yeah, so I think the fun one. So I wasn't the one in the race because when you're in the race, you kind of get this haze and you forget what's going on. But my friend Chris, he was racing in what's called the Heartland Series. The Heartland Series is like a step below like Olympics or World Cup. And so he was racing in what we call the 30,000 meter race. And so that's 27 laps in a row. You just keep going.
wow.
And when the race started, everyone lined up, everyone was ready to go, raring to go. They shoot the gun, people start going. Every single person in that line fell except for Chris. And so everyone's cheering, everyone's going nuts. He's going. And then they call the race and make him redo it. And so everyone's
Wow.
annoyed, everyone's upset. And then in the second redo, he falls in the second turn and they don't call it. But then he manages back, skip past everyone, and still get second. It was it was kind of ridiculous, but it was
Crazy.
one of the most memorable things that happened. He's still salty about it.
Dang, that's crazier than I expected. So Kaitlyn, we know you're a pretty hardcore gamer, especially when it comes to relaxed games like Animal Crossing. So I was wondering, what's your go-to game when you're feeling stressed?
My go-to game when I'm feeling stressed. When I'm feeling really stressed, a lot of times what I'll play is I'll play Borderlands, which is not a very stress-free game. It is a game full of shooting and murder and boom explosions, but it's relaxing. I just get to feel competent at something and just chill. Because most of my stress is related to like I did poorly on a test or I did poorly in like some sort of activity. So I'm able to
Yeah, I'm
murder
gonna have to
things and
cut
then
you off,
enjoy the rest of
Kaitlyn.
my day.
I'm gonna have to cut you off.
Okay.
Okay. April 8th, 2019, you were in Oklahoma. You sent a message saying, "Don't even get me started on how surprisingly ghetto people look around here, like stained wife beaters, flip flops, and beer, that sort of stuff." Do you remember that trip? And could you give some more context?
I said what?
Message.
Wait.
You were in Oklahoma. It was, you know what?
Stained
Just
wife
go with
beaters,
it.
flip flops, and beer. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Kaitlyn, for that.
All right, Graham, welcome to the Discord Dozen podcast. You
It's
excited to be
great to
here?
be here. Very very excited. I've been looking forward to it all day.
Nice. So, first question we have for you, which we ask everyone, is could you explain your Discord profile picture for us?
Sure thing. So, I was part of the scouting BSA organization for several years, and so we ended up building a really big, pretty much just council fire, and I thought it looked pretty cool, so I snapped a picture of it. And for a while, I didn't have a Discord picture, but then people kept questioning me, I guess, on, hey, why don't you got a Discord picture? So I was like, hey, this looks pretty cool. I added it to make it my profile picture because it's like personal, I guess.
Nice. So, speaking of Discord, you've been known to be pretty active in the politics channel on the Discord server. What do you think about that channel as a whole? What's your perspective on it?
I think it's pretty fun. I guess it gives somewhere for I guess kids kind of our age where we can talk about politics and just kind of like there's not many places I guess where you can do that openly without kind of like being kind of worried about like the reaction you're gonna get from other people, etc. And you can kind of give your honest views, and everyone's like really nice in the channel, and a lot of diverse different views, which I think is really great. And yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a really great addition to, I guess, in general, or part of the Discord channel. I'm probably the one of the most active in that channel, honestly, but I do really enjoy being part of it.
Yeah, that's good. So, like, speaking on that, how do you think your perspective impacts the channel as a whole?
I think I come generally in with a pretty different view than most people in that channel, I guess, just in general on politics. And so I kind of bring something different to the table where I take kind of different views from other people that I kind of learn about, but then they can also learn about different views that I have, I guess. And so kind of both ways, uh, you kind of learn about like different perspectives, I guess, in general. And like it's pretty thorough
Yeah,
in general.
that's definitely true.
Graham, you've once said that you have a bot set up to regularly delete mass amounts of your Discord messages. So I was wondering, why do you do this?
Uh, a while ago, I did it just in like random like DMs with friends because I thought it like just like it was kind of like a meme. I thought it looked cool, etc. But, pretty much I just started running it in general, so if I ever said something that was, like, bad, like, 20 years down the line, like, it wouldn't be held against me, I guess, or, like, culture kinda always changes, etcetera, and so I guess I don't want anything I say to, become a problem for me.
What, like, kind of things would you be most afraid about people seeing?
Just in general, like, politics, I know here are, like, very, we're all pretty, like, nice about everything, we're all respectful of each other's opinions, etcetera. But I mean, in general, I wouldn't want like random people to like know my, political opinions as like most people would feel pretty uncomfortable about that. And pretty much everyone in the Discord channel, like I'm pretty good friends with. I know them. I talk to them pretty much daily. But like some random like person, if they like saw that, it's like pretty personal stuff too. So I guess that's kind of why.
Gavin, I'm gonna skip
Right.
ahead to this. So I'm gonna. You sent a screenshot on November 19th, 2020, of you receiving an Op Dragon Lore field tested on Steam, which is a CS:GO item, presumably worth over $2,000. So, how would you describe your involvement with CS:GO items, and what do you do with them?
Yeah, so CS:GO items nowadays, there's not as big of a market necessarily for them as Valve implemented a 7-day trade hold, I think in like 2018 or something. But there's still sites, I guess, that you can actively trade on where I could deposit an item and set it at, let's say, like plus 12% or something. That's usually what I do on this a specific site.
What's the end
And
goal for trading?
that's just to make profit. I mean, I think it's fun in general. I mean, it gives me something to do. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's just fun. I have a lot of friends that are involved in that community. I was introduced to it
All right,
back
thanks,
in.
Thank you,
Graham.
Graham.
That's
That's
all the
enough
time we
time.
have.
Okay.
All right, Will, welcome to the Discord Dozen podcast. We're happy you're here.
Hello.
First question we want to ask you is, what is your Discord profile picture, and can you explain its origins?
My Discord profile picture right now is it's just a cute penguin I found online, and right now my profile pictures are just cute things I find online that I come up with to search for. And I have a Santa hat on it because Christmas, though I should probably change that. I'm probably gonna change my profile picture soon entirely.
Nice. So, next question. You're the newest addition to this server's administration team, and you've since taken a pretty active role in its management. So we want to know if there were an election before you became a administrator, and you had to like give a campaign, or yeah, whatever. What would your platform be?
I would just I would just use my current platform of being pretty active and giving everyone roles pretty fast and making announcements when it's convenient. And for others, I would like to run on the platform of being able to serve others in a convenient and fast way.
Wow, sounds like a very sounds like someone I'd elect. Uh, so one of your most impressive contributions to the server is actually the formation of the hashtag server ranks channel, which organizes the amount of messages that every member sends each month. So I was wondering, what inspired this idea, and do you think that Discord messaging is some sort of competition?
I don't think of it as a competition. That's why I named it the most useless stats ever when I started doing it in April. Um, I just randomly thought like I was interested in seeing how active people were and how many messages they sent compared to how many days they have been on the server. And yeah, that's how server ranks came out. I want to encourage that I don't think of it as a competition for like being the most active or anything.
All right, it's good to know your position on that. Just wanted to clarify.
Mm.
So, Will, you're kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to like different clubs and activities. So, if you had to quit all of your activities and pick only one that defines you, which one would you stick with and why?
Probably all the science and math stuff. So I mean you can't really separate those clubs. My other main things are piano and swimming, which I basically treat as side things. So dropping those would be pretty shocking, but I guess I could deal with it.
That makes sense.
All right, Will, I'm gonna read a Discord message that you sent on November 22nd, 2018, which says, Proposal to Amendment 45 of the Discord server constitution. Quote, have thank for the boys all day, every day. So, what does have thank for the boys all day, every day mean to you? And is this something that you've always practiced throughout your life?
It sounds like this was during Thanksgiving. I just wanted to say be grateful for all your friends, appreciate all of them, and your support network, and that's basically what I meant.
Is this something that you've kept up, obviously, since you sent this message?
I hope I have. I don't actually remember sending the message, but I hope I have.
I think you definitely have, in my opinion.
Thanks.
Um, so I would say many students appreciate the huge study guides that come around during finals each year that you create. How can other people achieve these kind of crazy organizational feats, do you think?
Mhm. I wouldn't call that one an organizational feat. That was just a big study guide that started in ninth grade and it just kept going. And then it boomed in sophomore year. But then in junior year, I was kind of too lazy to work on it. And then we we saw like Huamin just branched off with their own giant chem study guide that was a lot more beneficial to our friend group. But mm, I really like being organized. You can see with all my Google Drive folders, my manner of organizing things in Minecraft, other things. Yeah,
All
I
right,
just
that's
That's
all
all
the
our
time we
time.
have.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Hello, Huamin. Welcome to the Discord Dozen podcast. First question we have for all of our guests is, what is your Discord profile picture, and could you explain it to us?
My Discord profile picture is my face because it's supposed to be formal for the tactics server, so
All right, fair answer. Where was that picture taken?
outside of my garage.
Oh, okay. Um, Huamin, many would agree that you're a talented artist, often showcasing your works in the art channel. And I notice that you have a particular fondness for dragons, and you're even a a big fan of the movie How to Train Your Dragon. So I was wondering, what fascinates you about dragons?
I don't know, they're just cool. Like, you can have whatever you want. They're fiction, first of all, so there's literally no bounds in imagination, I guess. You can draw whatever you want, do whatever you want to it, and I just like big lizards. So, and wings are fun to draw. So that's an extra bonus.
Fair. Could you give us a 15-second explanation on how to draw a dragon?
You start with a circle, and then you go down like a centimeter, and you draw another circle, and then you draw another circle like to the right of it, and then you connect those circles with a curvy line, and then you draw more trapezoids and shapes to make it look like a dragon, and then you
I think
fill in the
that's 15
lines.
seconds, but that was a great explanation.
Huamin, you're known as a pretty good piano player, I would say. And have you even won several awards because of it? Is that true?
Yeah.
Two? Okay. That's more than one. That's several. Uh, do you have any interesting piano stories? And could you
Uh, in seventh grade, my parents were like, "Yo, if you don't get above a second place at state, we're gonna quit your piano." So then I was like, "Damn," and I got first. So
Oh, okay.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive. Um, in one sentence, can you tell us what piano has taught you about life?
practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, as my piano
I've
teacher
heard
would.
this before. Um,
Yep.
all right. On
Solid.
August 26th, 2020, you sent a message which reads, "I'm unfortunately an Asian girl, so I cannot be Josh." Um,
What?
and frankly,
Wait.
I'm happy that there are not two Joshes in this world and that Huamin is Huamin. And
Hold on. What? Where?
wait, don't worry about it. You said I am unfortunately an Asian girl, so I cannot be Josh on August 26th, 2020. So one of the things that comes to mind when I think of Huamin is your many talents and skills. So we were wondering, what's something else that you'd like people to know that may come as a surprise?
I have no idea.
Like aside from your talents and skills, we all know you like the legendary piano player, super smart, all that good stuff.
I really like food. I don't
I
know.
did not know that. What's your favorite food?
Ramen. 'Cause ramen is the best.
Fair.
So, Huamin, you occasionally post some very cute pictures of your cat on the
Yes.
Discord. Eric and I are both cat owners as well, so we were wondering, how is Apollo doing? That's his name, right?
You want to go see him? I can get him right now.
I don't think we have time, but
Anyways,
I
I'll just
mean,
post another picture of him. He's very fat. He's 13 pounds. He likes food. We
wow.
give him food every single time. He like meows, and he's just like living his best life.
Do you have any funny or interesting stories involving him?
We taught him how to sit and shake. Like whenever we say sit, he sits down. Whenever we say shake, he just gives us his paw. He's like,
Wow.
okay, whatever. Miss Cup also really likes Apollo.
Fun.
that's impressive. My
Yeah, I
cat
don't think my
just
cat would obey
eats.
commands.
Just eats and
My
sleeps,
cat
would not
does
respond.
anything for food.
All right, that's all time.
That's all.
Thanks for watching.
We hope you guys enjoyed the podcast as much as we did.